So I think let's just grow our numbers now, and then we'll start taking some tougher fights, and hopefully that will give us some better gear, because we're not going to be able to buy gear. We have to loot it. And I think the best chance, well, we do also need to fight peasants. Oh, wow. There's 8. They're going to go hide, though. Yeah, they used to just kind of run past settlements and stuff. I'm glad they fixed it so that they actually run to a settlement and hide. That's a good change. All right, we didn't set up a contact here. Let's just do that real quick. Nobody here. Let's move on to the next town. We got to check them before we go in next time, but that's okay. We need to do it at every town anyways so that we don't have to do it in the later game. Get all the grind out early. So Danustica, I can't remember if we went there yet or not. But yeah, let's keep taking these fights as we come across them, because we don't want to go backwards in terms of our money. Wages are at 108. So that is a lot. Perfect. Yeah, we're able to auto-resolve these without really any issues. But we were trying to catch these villagers. Somebody got to them first. So we'll take them out after. Oh, they went below 10. That's funny. So they went below 10, which means they don't get the debuff. We just caught them anyways. All right, they have 5 cav, 4 horse archers. We're slightly ahead on the balance of power, so this is probably not a good idea. Do it anyways. We got 1 injury. That's not too bad, actually. Hopefully we get... I would love to get a bow. Some more bows and arrows. Yep, more arrows at least. We actually have a decent amount of bows. We need more arrows. That'll help. And this is not a great piece of armor, but it might be better for some. Yeah, we've got the new guys back here. So they've got a bunch of garbage. Make sure we don't sell the arrows. And we'll start to create a little stockpile here. All right, back up to 22,000. This is where we're going to get most of our roguery skill. Just taking these little peasant fights. So we just got 2 roguery levels off of that. It's not very much, but it will eventually add up if we do it enough times. And 2 levels isn't that bad, actually. And then we just got a massive amount of these horses. So let's dump them. Get rid of that herding penalty. Yep, we're still good. And we do have these prisoners we can just go dump. Why don't we go do that? All right, here we go. What's it going to pay for 5? No, these are, yeah, 5. 3 and 2 injured. 311. And we didn't get a level off of it, but we probably got a little bit of XP out of it at least. We are at level 31. So not too bad. If we get to this one, level 50 plus a 50% increased chance for sneaking into towns, we might be able to get a boat at that point. I think if we can get our chances, like right now it's at 17, if we can get our chances up to like 50%, it's still not good, but it's, I think, workable. So but let's not take fights near big parties. It's just not really a good risk for us to be taking. We should be fighting these smaller, well, not really smaller groups, but groups that are further away from other enemies. Yep, there we go. We'll just auto-resolve some of these easy ones. And if we see a tougher battle, we'll take it, but we'll fight it manually. So I'm just going to keep doing this. Beautiful. All right, here we go. We should be fighting some of these 12 mountain bandits or 11 mountain bandits. I think we can handle either one, but we do have to be careful. There's a 6 over here, actually. Why don't we start with that? That'll be much easier. No prisoners, though, so I don't know if that's just a small one or if they just didn't get loot from the last fight. Now, this one has a cav. Let's take this one on foot, I think. And what we want to do is dismount. Let's get our guys kind of over here to the right. And then we're going to personally move to the left. And I hope this guy tries to throw javelins. Yep, he is. Horse, he got stopped by the horse, so he didn't have any movement speed. And that's why we didn't do any damage to him. Lovely. And he already killed one of our guys. Oh, he just killed another guy. Cool. And there he goes again. Get trapped on a horse. Touch him. Alright, let me just charge these guys. Just get in there. You're not going to do any good back here. Let's get our shield out. Where's that horse? Alright, we need to block. Dude, we're just getting trashed right now. Alright, they're dead. Let's group up. Yeah, what the hell, man? This guy's doing some damage. Alright, let's get our shield out. Or a shield away. There we go. That was perfect. So we got a nice, what do you call it, spear brace. And then one of our boys smacked him in the face with a throwing axe, it sounded like. Alright, 3 kills on Armin. Yeah, they didn't really have that many troops, but hopefully we get some of their good loot. Not really. We got the helmet, which is half decent, and then we could probably replace one of our dumpy weapons with that falchion. See who's still waiting. Yep, this is terrible. We'll replace that. That was not a good fight. That was not a good fight. I was expecting that to be a bit easier and a little more loot than that. But still made decent money, 270. So we're approaching 26k. Keep auto-resolving these as we can. So let's see if we can find another one of those good fights. Well, if nobody else is around, we're just going to chase villager parties. It's only 13 on this one. Alright, he offered us 300, which is pretty decent, but hopefully we get something close to that. We got... Get out of my screen, dude. There we go, 147, so maybe we should have just taken the money. Well, no, because I don't know if we would get as much roguery. We did get roguery for that. I'd like to start raiding villages too if we can, but with 11 people, that's not going to cut it. But we should be able to handle these parties. Yeah, this one says it's even. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Let's not do anything stupid. All right, we wandered over to Zionica and found ourselves another companion. So we've got Michael Jackson. I don't know why I said that with an Asian accent, but Michael Jarlson. We've got a mount. We don't really have anything else for him, so we'll have to get some gear. We could have him start off as an archer, I guess. That wouldn't be a bad idea. We do need some archers, but I think we need to complete our shield wall first. That's probably going to be the most important thing. So we've got all these guys without shields, so we do need to start working on that. All right, we got another auto-resolve. Did about 3 or 4 of them. But I see some decent opponents here. Let's make sure we don't get captured by this guy. And then we'll try and fight one of these. Yeah, they might be getting pushed by the guy that we're running from. Let's see what he does. No, he backed off. All right, let's try and pick off this 8 if we can. Yep, perfect. Balance power is still in our favor, but I think this one we probably need to fight in person. How many cav? They have 1 cav. So I think we can handle it. We got pretty good results from the auto-resolve there. So hopefully we get some good gear. We got better hand covering, that'll help. But no shields, unfortunately. We did get an axe. Let's go ahead and replace somebody's crappy sword. Yep, there we go. This guy's got a dumpy one. And yeah, no shields. We really need to get some shields. Well, let's try and run down this other mountain bandit group, see if we can get some gear off of them. We got to be real careful, though, around a noble. As soon as we fight, we're going to be disorganized. Another auto-resolve, and we got favorable on that one as well. Yeah, let's take some of the higher tier prisoners so we can drop them off. Ooh, there we go. A large bag of javelins. So this gives us 7 throwing weapons. We're going to take that one personally, and then we'll give the other one to somebody else. Now this axe is pretty good, but it's not as good as ours. It'll definitely be an upgrade for a companion, though. See, and then back here we've got some people that need a spear. Upgraded a few other people's stuff. Here we go. This is what we need. We need to attack these peasants. This one, we get really good auto results from these. So I don't know if it's worth fighting, but when we fight maybe some of the bigger groups, we'll have to switch. Because we can use our shield wall, and they don't have any shields. So all of our throwing weapons, and just about everybody has them, we'll just be able to stomp these guys out. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Yep, perfect. No losses. Very little damage done. But nothing that we can really use. Right, we are very overburdened now. I think we have a hurting penalty. Yep, 2.64. All right, we need to get rid of some stuff. Too many sumpters. Oh my god, no wonder we were overburdened. We have 23 hogs. And if we cut them up for meat, we're going to get even less. So let's just sell the hogs. Somebody needs these javelins. Let's make sure. Yep, that's it. I don't think we're going to use the sling. I don't think it's worth it. This thing it's got such a slow firing rate of fire, and the range is really short, so you can get yourself into trouble using them. There we go. So this village has no money left. Yeah, let's keep going. We'll attack another one of these guys. We did get roguery. Yeah, we're up to 42. Now he'll give us his stuff, but we want to attack. We'll just auto-resolve. Another good result. Perfect. Yeah, look at that. We're going to be pretty weighed down here. They don't have any money. Let's keep going to Aoria. Nope. They're going to come for us. Yeah, I think they got locked on. So we're going to have to dump stuff if we... Ooh, luckily they're not trying to chase. I think they do that if you're faster than them. So I thought before maybe the AI was just being cowardly, but... Oh, this place doesn't have any money either. But I think what they do is, if they're too slow to catch you, they won't spend their whole day chasing you around. And so they do this weird thing where it looks like they're scared to fight you, but even though they outnumber you by a lot. Actually, can we get... Yeah, if we can get a caravan, that'd be even better. And then we have way too much grain. So we got 1,400 from them. Alright, let's take a fight that we got to do in person. This 11 might be kind of tough for us to auto-resolve. It's still giving us a little bit of a benefit here, but I don't think it's a good idea. I think we'll take this. Yeah, it's 8 Helmsman, which we do very well against, because we've got the shields for the rocks, and we have the javelins. Now this one, we can finally take two-faced. 50% chance of sneaking in. We might actually be able to do something here in terms of getting a boat. So let's go ahead and attack these guys. Same thing, we'll get our guys back. Go on the flank here to try and surprise this guy. Oh, he went. I'm just gonna stun lock him. There we go. Now let's switch. Should be able to beat this guy to death. There we go, got him. We did lose somebody. Looked like they took a hit from the javelin. Alright, here we go. Yeah, most of their guys have thrown... Oops. We're getting stun locked by a horse. Help out with this guy first. Actually, the boys can finish him off. There we go. We had only one injury. That's fine. I think we would have lost a few if we auto-resolved. We might have even lost the whole battle. But pretty good. We got 150 athletics. That's good. We're getting there. We will take that brigand and try and sell him off. There we go. Another shield. So we are short 4 shields. Now we're only short 3. And we do have a falchion. Actually, most of our weapons are in pretty good shape too. Yeah, everybody. We just replaced everybody's weapons. For the one-handed anyways. So now we got to get pole arms and throwing weapons for everybody else, and then we'll be in great shape. Here we go. Athletics 150. I think for this one, we're not really going to be waiting in settlements because we physically can't. So we'll take walk it off for now. That'll help a little bit. It'll also give XP while we're marching, which I think the healing is way less. But if you take it for the XP, it's probably going to be more useful because the odds of you sitting in a settlement and doing nothing is pretty slim. Here we go. We can take these guys on. I really want to get another set of javelins. That's not going to work. Yeah, we got to abandon that. We'll watch it. Actually, if they're going to go off... Yeah, I'm worried about that noble party. And then we need those other guys to get out. Oh, somebody just died. Wow, this clan just bit the dust. Separating. Pharaon is going to be right next to us as well, so let's just get out of here. No? Oh, there we go. They separated, and Pharaon's way over there. We should be fine now. Now, this one has 2 cavalry, which could be a problem, and 3 brigands. That's a lot of javelins. Maybe we don't take that one, actually. Yeah, and the 20 stack is even worse. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to wait till we get an interesting fight, and then we'll come back. So I think it's going to be hard to find decent loot in terms of gear until we start fighting bigger parties. So what I'm going to focus on now is just taking out these peasant parties. If we can get our roguery skill up high enough, then it's going to allow us to take on bigger parties, especially on the water. I feel like we're going to be better suited to water combat, but we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and pick some perks, and then we will get out there and fight these guys. All right, here we go. Oh, here they come. I thought they were gonna stay back, but they're actually pushing us. Let's get some javelins out. We can't afford to miss because they have a pretty big group. We need to whittle them down some. There we go. Seems like their aim is either bad or they're just not aiming at us. All right, there we go. We're out of ammo. Let's go and push. We gotta play a little somewhat defensive here. Yeah, we're taking some losses. Luckily, their morale's pretty low, so try and catch these guys as they run. Are they fast? They're actually faster than us. Yeah, so we're not going to catch them. We got to take that chance as soon as we're kind of in range. That's our friend. Okay, what did we... Oh, wow. Yeah, we lost more than half. Pretty good kills, but probably not going to be that much XP. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. So XP usually depends on what tier you're fighting. These guys are tier 0, so it's literally the bottom. You can see here we got 3 levels of throwing, even though we hit just about every shot. Oh man, 11 Sumpter horses is going to slow us down a lot, so we'll probably have to immediately rush. Let's see. You were already disorganized, but it doesn't matter. We want to try and level our close-fisted. I think it's kind of funny. Right, I don't think these guys will attack. Oh, Foster will definitely attack us. Let's go to Vethea then. We'll go the other way. Actually, can we catch these guys? No, they're too fast. We can catch these though. Make sure we don't miss them. And then we'll sell. Here we go. So that's kind of the plan here. We're just going to do this until we get our roguery leveled up. So they pay 17. That's not bad. Yeah, we'll get 390 for that battle. So our wages are around 120, 121. So about 3 days of wages from that. But there's a ton of peasant parties on the map, so it's pretty easy to find them. And then did that put us? Yeah, 55. So we gained a couple levels from that. So I'm going to grind that out a bit. Like I said, if there's some interesting stuff coming up, we'll keep it in. But otherwise, I'm just going to grind it out offline until we can get to the more interesting stuff. I feel like once we get on the water, it's really going to pick up for a bit. We got an interesting battle here. They've got 2 cav and 4 brigands. So it doesn't seem like it should be that tough, but looking at the balance power, we're just barely ahead. And I think that's probably accurate because they have a lot of very powerful javelins, but I think we can handle it. So we got to do the same thing again. We'll try and stun lock at least one of them in place. Oh, they saw us. Oh, no. Bastard. Fine. Hopefully, oh boy. Alright, yeah, we killed one actually. One of their calves down already. Right, let's pull back a little bit. Let's get a little bit of distance. We need to deal with this cav first. Should be able to get him first. Lock up. Stun lock him. Stun. Oh, I missed. Oh, somebody touched his horse. Oh my god. And we just got shot in the head. Oh, sorry, horse. Alright, and then we gotta block. Where's this horse? Yeah, he's over there again. Let's just deal with one thing at a time. Yep, there we go. Oh, I missed. Luckily he missed too. Yeah, I would have felt pretty guilty there if somebody died because of that. Because of that choke. Right. Okay, boys, help. We need to deal with the cav. I'm gonna leave them alone. There we go. Oh, nice. We dropped him right in the middle of everybody. That was perfect. Right, yeah, I did see one person go down. So actually two injuries. Gladio the Nameless with 3 kills. MVP. Right, not bad. I really hope we get some good loot from this because that was kind of a tough battle. Nice. 2 shields. That'll help. And then this shoulder piece will be helpful because we have a few people that don't have one yet. Go. And then shields. You get a shield and you get a shield. So we're missing only 1 shield now. Yep, only 1. Actually, you know what? This battered fur long coat might be an upgrade for somebody in the back here that didn't get good stuff yet. Yeah. No, actually. No, nobody. Everybody's got decent stuff. We need to... Oh, crap. We need to lighten our load here. Got way too much grain. That gets rid of some of the speed penalty, but the disorganize is the big one. We just barely lost it. We are faster than him, so we should be able to get away. That was so close. Yeah, that's what I was saying before about not wanting to go over 10, or going to 10, rather. So once we hit 10 troops, then we're able to be disorganized, which is not a good thing. So yeah, we got to be careful with that. Okay, back to the grind. We're going to keep targeting those peasants, and when we see a decent fight, we'll come back. We picked up another companion, Blaland. This gentleman is still waiting for some decent gear, but that's alright. At least he has a horse. So we are a little bit overburdened from pack animals. We've got a bit too many, so let's keep going. I also noticed when we went to the town, our chance of sneaking in is 38%. So we're getting pretty close. I think, like I said, once we cross that 50% mark, then we'll go for it. The biggest issue there is anytime we get caught and thrown in jail, it doesn't like ruin our party or inventory or anything like that, but you do have to sit there for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, which it adds up over time if you just sit in jail all the time because you're trying to go into town to do anything. It's kind of a pain in the butt, so we'll have to be a little bit careful with that. Okay, anyways, back to the grind. Another thing, we're starting to run into the point where most of these villages, because I've been grinding for so long and selling to the villages, they don't have any money anymore. This may not be a good fight because of who's around us. There was a noble party right here, so we got to be real careful. Yeah, maybe let's leave that one alone. Yeah, look at that. The patrol just shot out. This could be a good opportunity, actually. If that patrol gets beat up pretty badly here. What do they have? They have all cav. So they need to take a lot of damage here for us to even think about trying it. Horse Archer, Khazate Horseman, Raider, and Lancer. Let's get close. We might consider it. So it's 7 Horse Archers. If it was 7 cav, or if it was all cav, I think we would definitely need to go for it, but those Horse Archers are going to be a real nightmare. Damn, that sucks. I was thinking we could probably take them on. Alright, so there's some good targets here, but the problem is there's a lot of scary stuff here as well. So let's get out. Yeah, let's just get out of the Khazate area. And this is a war zone. So Khazate's starting to take over some of the empires. So they have a lot of nobles here. Oh boy, here we go. See, this could be a good one, actually. Nope, same thing. Mostly Horse Archers. Yeah, we can't. Alright, well, we'll run away. Tail tucked between our legs, and then we'll try and find a better spot. I decided to take us a little further south into the Asteroid area. So we're fighting desert bandits. These guys have 3 cav and 5 infantry. But the nice thing is no range weapons except for the Harami. That one does have a javelin, but we should be able to handle it. So we'll pull everybody off. We'll use our horses to help slow some of their cav down. I cannot see anything. Holy crap, that's bright. Let's go shield wall. And we'll have to deal with these guys in the front. Oh, look at it, they got stuck on the horses, so perfect, it worked. And the Harami, yeah, we just need to make sure these guys don't get a lucky shot on us. Perfect. And infantry are coming. Let's actually spear brace for this guy. Oh crap, we hit his horse, but he didn't rear up. Interesting. Oh, they gave these guys throwing weapons now. That's interesting. They didn't used to have that. I don't know when they added it. It could have been in... Yeah, no, it probably would have been the patch where they added, obviously. But yeah, they used to just have just the spear and that was it. It doesn't particularly make them too scary. I mean, I guess in the early game, it is a little more challenging to deal with them if you don't have a shield or low unit count, but it doesn't really make a difference for us. If anything, it's better because I'd rather them not charge us with all their units. And then we can just take them out pretty easily. We get a Darshi horse we can sell for a decent amount, but otherwise not really the best equipment here. But we did pick up our final shield here, auto-resolving against desert bandits. So this, yeah, Bloodland is the last one, but everybody has a shield now. It's not a good shield wall. They're all cracked. Most of them are cracked. They're the simple, so they don't have a lot of hit points, but it'll stop, maybe 1 or 2 javelins. Yeah, we need to get them upgraded, but it's better than nothing. It's really good against rocks, though, because I don't think the rocks can break that too easily. Right, these guys are not giving up the chase here, and they are just about the same speed as us. It's because we're overburdened or we have hurting penalty. Yeah, 0.72. So I'm thinking we could probably take this fight. I think it'll be all right. They only have 2 scary units, the Harami, the Nomad Bandits, and Bedouin Rover, no big deal. We did get throwing, so we can get a +1 for our throwing weapon, so now we'll be at 8. And then +1 throwing for troops in your party, that's actually really big. I don't think it counts for our companions, but it should count for any time we have actual troops, which we'll have in the mid and late game. We're going to square formation. Hopefully we have enough troops to actually get a square. And then we're going to stand in front. I know we've got some Harami here. We'll try and block as much as we can, but yeah, we just want to block these guys. That was good. And then we hit him on the exit. Oh, wow, we caught that one. Yeah, see, the Harami are really the biggest problems here. Go. There we go. Alright, they have 1 more cav, 2 more cav. Yeah, they have a couple more cav in the back. Actually switch to shield wall instead. See if we can pick this Harami off. He's almost dead. We don't have too many shields left, so we gotta be careful. Like, did somebody die? Yeah, somebody died with the shield. We'll take that. 8 damage. Go ahead and straighten out this way. We'll keep our eye on the cav. Oh, I did not see that guy. I was focused on this one. Oh, dude, the freaking stones. These guys. Actually, hold. I forgot we have javelins we haven't used yet. Here we go. Still have a cav right there. We're gonna try to pick these guys off. Yeah, let's hold. Perfect. We got him in right in the leg. Right, looks like we're okay. Assuming nobody died, we should be okay here. Whittle down their numbers. Perfect. Right, let's go ahead and push together as one unit. Everybody has shields? Nope, this guy doesn't have shield. All right, we'll block for him. Forward. Oh, I missed. That was terrible. Right, we should be good now. That was a little scary. That was a little scary for a minute there. No losses, only 6 injuries. That was harder than I thought it was going to be, actually. I overestimated our skill. Yeah, we did most of the work. That's fine. We needed them to distract for us anyway, so companions still did a hell of a job. And hopefully we can get some throwing weapons out of this. No, we did get some spears, though. We are short on spears. I don't think the armor is that good, though. Yeah, most of it's not. Okay, let's equip our polearms here. So we got one for him. Oh, actually, yeah, that is everybody. So let's start upgrading the crappy ones, these pitchforks. And then the mace, I think we'll hang on to the mace, actually. Does this guy... No, he's got a rusty, so we'll give him the actual mace. That'll go pretty well there. Good. Blalan can have the turban. A little bit better armor. All right, there we go. Now we got to find somebody that can buy all this stuff off of us. We did also get a level. Let's put it into control. So we want to get control and vigor leveled up. That's the final point into bow. And then what do we do next? Jeez, we got a lot of options. We need to start putting points down here as well. Mariner would be pretty good to have, because once we start fighting on the water, which I'm hoping is pretty soon, we'll need to have these leveled up. And we also need smithing. So I don't know when we'll do some smithing. It'll probably have to wait until we capture something, because we don't have a lot of cargo capacity. Although maybe when we get a ship, it might help some, but I don't know. But main goal right now is to find a caravan that we can talk to, because we are severely overburdened, and I don't want to just throw stuff on the floor. I guess we can go to the villages. But I'm trying not to settle the villages, because we've already taken most of their money. So a lot of them are just broke. There's so many deserters in this area, too. I've noticed there's a lot of battles going on. Squeak by. Yeah, they're really slow, too. That's not an army we want to mess with. That is a lot of high tier. Yeah, you can see they only have 700. Okay, there we go. We lighten our load. We're still doing okay, but yeah, I think we need to increase our party size pretty rapidly here. Let's go to Resi and see if there's anybody. Yeah, look at that. Sneak is up to 35% chance. So not too bad, but still not good enough. We'll end up getting caught most of the time doing that. Doesn't look like anybody's in this one, unfortunately. But we'll keep moving on. A lot of action going on here between the Asterai and the Empire, but yeah, I was going to say maybe we can pick off a small group, but I don't think so. They have way too many units. And that was close, but good thing we still have pretty good movement speed. So we're just going to go to each of the Asterai villages or towns down here and see if we can hire some people. They're kind of swarming all over the place, though. We got to be careful. There we go. All right, that place was empty. Yeah, and I actually asked the tavern keeper and paid him a bunch of gold, trying to figure out where the other companions are here. And he didn't know where anybody is. So I don't know if these guys are even spawning. Something's a little funky here down here in Asterai. But let's see. It's ours. Kuyaz, which is really far. Kuyaz. Kuyaz. All right. If we go to Kuyaz, it looks like we're going to get a bunch. So we'll wander over there. I believe that's the one in the far west. Yep. Farthest one we can go to. But we'll pick on some looters and peasants along the way, I think. We're going to try to pick on this patrol here. So it looks pretty strong, but if you look closer, it's only cav and infantry. And they do have a Ferris, which is a little scary, but most of these guys I don't think have throwing weapons. They don't have any horse archers and no regular archers. Interesting. So you can talk to the patrols about stuff. I don't want to talk about that anyways. How are things in Quesira? They don't want to talk. So let's go ahead and take them on. That is some very nice armor if we can get it. Yeah, it actually gives us a slight advantage. It looks like even or slight advantage. So I think we'll be all right here.